Hey, what's up? It's Autumn.
It's Katie.
This is
Seriously.
Seriously. Sorry. Wow. Are you okay over there?
Yeah, no. Apparently, I don't know my own self in space and time because I can't. I have hit this thing.
You can move the mic away from.
But
your
I
face
feel.
if you need
I
to.
feel like
There you go.
I'm still gonna effing hit it.
Okay.
Like with a vengeance.
Oh. Okay. Let's try that again. This is seriously.
Seriously.
Oh my God! What is happening today? I feel like, can we try it for the third time?
Yeah.
Third and final time. This is it. This is seriously.
Seriously.
We're back.
Sort of.
I hope
Barely.
this is not an indication of how this episode is going to go.
I just got.
We are struggling.
I just got sweaty.
Oh.
Yeah. I got super sweaty with that one.
Oh my Lord. We are. Listen, y'all, please bear with us. It's going to be good.
Be gentle.
Yeah, we promise. This is going to be good.
Well. Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe I don't promise, but
we're gonna do our damned best.
Yeah. Well, how was your week? Let's just move on because how was your week?
A couple things happened this week.
Oh, okay.
None of them involved a doctor's office, so we got that going for us. So I've been really trying to up my skincare routine and my skincare game because I'm 38.
Your skin looks great.
Thank you. It's a whole long story. Anyway, so I'm into these serums and vitamin C and hyaluronic acid. That's a fun one to say. And lactic acid and all these things that are exfoliants that help with cell turnover, blah, blah, blah. Google.
Okay. Well, it's working great, friend. Your skin looks great.
Because I literally
put everything light on your face?
I've melted off the last 6 years of my
90 layers worth of skin.
So here's the deal. So you can look at 8 different websites and they're going to tell you 8 different things about when to apply, when not to apply, AM, PM, yada, yada. Okay. So I don't know what I was thinking or if I was just confused. My blood sugar was low or was just whatever. I get up. My morning routine on my days off is to eat, go to the gym, get the kids doing their thing, virtual, whatever, blah, blah.
All right.
So technically you're supposed to put on the acid stuff at night, like the acid stuff that's the exfoliants.
Okay.
We're not talking like acid like you could melt a penny, but it's the same kind of thing. Lower pH.
I would hope you would not
cell turnover.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to put that. Could you imagine? It'd be a whole other thing. Anyway, so I do the retinoid at night, which is a retinol. You can either buy a prescription or you can get a prescription or you can just buy the over the counter stuff, whatever. So I did that at night. Woke up the next morning. I don't know if I forgot. If I was
just supposed to wash your face.
If I just wanted to be an experiment that day.
Okay, good.
No idea.
Let's see what happens.
Put on a different one. And was like, okay, cool. So I'm just going to do this and I'll layer with my moisturizer and I'll just go about my day.
Wait, so you put moisturizer over top?
So you're supposed to.
Oh.
They say you can.
You weren't supposed to wash it off.
No. So no, that one you don't. There are a couple I know what you're talking about. So there's the BHA and the AHAs and stuff like that. You can you put them on for 10 minutes, you wash them off. These are leave it on, you're okay. You're not it's just a pea size amount. You're not dousing your skin in it.
I gotcha.
And the whole idea is to sleep in it.
Okay.
And not do what I did with it.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
I know.
Is everything okay?
Yes, I just forgot to turn my phone off.
Everything
Go ahead.
legitness. Okay.
Yeah.
So I put on the lactic acid one because I was like, okay, well, this is what I do in the daytime with my AHA stuff my AHA, BHA, whatever. So many acronyms and letters. Put it on moisturizer, put on my eyebrows because we can't go out of the house without eyebrows.
No, don't do that.
My apostrophes, if you will.
Oh.
My commas.
Well, at least they're not sperm.
Yeah, they did look like, if I don't put mine on, they definitely are barely there. They look like I'm always angry.
Oh.
They're just the perpetual V. I'm mad. I'm not mad. Just my eyebrows.
All right.
Overwaxing. Anyway, so I do that. Lactic acid, moisturizer, eyebrows, going out.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in that mix, I thought it would be smart to go ahead and throw in my workout.
Okay. So far, I don't see a problem with what's happening here. Continue.
Mask, because it's a pandemic, so you got to make sure we got that on.
Yeah. Is it a new word?
It is.
Pandemic?
Pandemic.
Oh.
It's like whatever the hell you tried to say earlier. Epiceno, which means episode in autumn. So,
Made up.
It's completely made up. Get to the gym, mask on, doing my thing, sweaty.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little tingly. It's a little...
Whenever you feel tingle, that's probably not...
I feel a little heat, if you will. Yeah. More so than you probably should just during a regular workout.
Okay.
So I go to the bathroom afterwards. I'm like, oh, you're kind of red. It could just be the workout. But it wasn't that aggressive. I was lifting. It wasn't like I was massive cardio day. So, get home. Now I take my shower, wash my face, do my thing. Don't put any more on.
Okay. Well,
smart choice on my... Probably the only smart thing I did that day. Go to sleep, go through the rest of my day, go to bed, wake up the next morning.
Oh, God.
Has your skin ever been so dry that it feels like if you smile, you're going to break your face? Like that kind of dry?
Is that a black joke?
No. Why would that be a black joke?
I'm totally kidding. Because it's Black History Month.
Oh, fair, valid. But no.
I'm totally kidding.
No,
I don't think my skin has ever been that dry.
Have your lips ever been that dry?
No, I tend to moisturize.
Okay, well, if anybody out there knows what I'm talking about. It's like where your skin is so tight that you feel like if you bend in the wrong direction, you're going to like break skin and stuff's going to
Yeah.
That was this part of my face, in particular my lip. In particular this corner, because when I sleep at night, it's going to be too much information.
Do you drool?
I drool out this side of my mouth. To add insult to injury.
Did it activate?
It made it way worse.
Oh my God.
Because of my spit, which, we all got bacteria and whatnot in there. And now I have what's called cheilitis or cheilitis.
There's like an actual name for this. Not just like chapped lips.
Not just like you're an a-hole and wore acid on your face and then sweated it off. Like a
Sweated
douche.
it into your lips.
God.
Oh, no. Well, they look good.
Girl, this is day 7.
Oh, wow.
Day 7, and my lips look like they were they were like snake skin molting during their shedding period. Like I was getting a second, like my new layer was coming in. It was...
it's exfoliated. It did work. It is exfoliated. You are to the layer underneath that top dead one.
I'm 7 layers deep with this. This was
You're like a baby.
Uncomfortable.
You're like back to newborn levels.
If I thought it could get my 38-year-old ass back to like a 14-year-old skin,
you'd do it.
I would do it in a heartbeat. I would suffer.
Suffer through. So would I, actually.
So this week, because of this...
Don't ever do that again.
Oh, that was a little aggressive.
That movement gesture to you.
There's a lot going on.
Please don't.
There's a lot going on.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that a cold sore?
Oh.
Do you have a cold sore?
How can they see it behind your mask?
Well, because if I'm out with our friends and family and stuff, they're okay. Did you bite it? Yeah, I bit it.
The corner of your mouth.
It hurts
listen,
so bad.
I'm your friend, and I said it doesn't look bad.
Well,
yeah,
and now we pointed out
you have on looks good too. So
which is just Vaseline, so I can heal.
Thank you, Vaseline. Well, the Vaseline got the lipstick popping today.
I'm so mad at myself.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's like a hack.
It's stupid.
It's like a life hack.
I'm never doing that again. That was so uncomfortable. I've been uncomfortable for a week.
Oh my God. Well,
emotionally and physically.
Life lessons.
Same gym visit where I tried to melt my face off like Joker.
Yeah.
Bless his heart. There's this kid that comes in. Like I say kid, he's younger.
Okay.
He comes in to do like 2 reps.
Just 2.
And then he poses and takes selfies. He's in there for like an hour.
I hate him. I don't know who he is, but I hate him.
No, you're going to hate him even more because another thing that you really hate about people, body odor.
I also do not like.
You can smell him from the time he enters the door. Bless his heart. I don't know if it's
even
like.
Understand that because he's only in there doing 2 reps. He came in stinky.
Girl, when I tell you, it's through the
mask.
Yeah,
that's awkward.
And that's like you're over there and I'm over here, and I smell you.
I don't want it.
No, so but he's so precious.
I don't want
He's
it.
like,
no, that's not precious. Actually, that's you're a tool.
That's fair. I mean, he's also probably like 16, 15.
That's too bad.
Whatever. Yeah.
I don't know who
Stupid
you are.
social media.
Yeah,
I blame you.
Yeah, exactly. You got these kids out here legit just
garbage.
Yeah, fronting, acting like
stupid.
fool.
Smelling bad.
Smelling bad. Why don't you just work out?
Thank you.
But I'm like, work out. You're just gonna pretend that you do.
You just picked up 2 weights.
It's so weird.
So odd. No. Yeah. So I try to avoid. You can, to his sake, he comes in super late at night, so it's not like a busy time. I guess for obvious reasons, so he can take a lot of selfies of himself.
He's selfie conscious. Maybe he doesn't want other people on his selfies.
You know what I'm gonna do? Is I'm gonna stash like a Degree or an Old Spice. Just tuck it back.
It. Is that nice?
Behind.
Now, is that nice?
Well, it's not mean. What would be mean to be like, yo.
Have you ever had to tell somebody that they, besides your kids, that they stink?
Yes, actually.
How'd that go?
I said, hey, I don't know if you know this or not,
but you're stinky.
You stink. And I don't know if it's your vest or if it's your, like, your stuff or whatever it is, but, like, you stink.
Oh, did you say it like that? Did you have that look on your face?
I might have, well, because I'm choking on my vomit because you're offensive and you're odoriferous nonsense. I don't want to smell it. Ugh. But yes, I have had to tell somebody. And they were like, thank you for telling me.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
See, that's a good spirit.
Yeah.
Some people.
Because it could have been like, well, you stink. What? No. No.
Bounces off of me, sticks to you like glue.
Well, I like it all natural. Well, I don't. Please shove an air freshener up under there or something. I say that, and I probably, if I lift my arms right now, it's probably just all sweat.
Don't
all
do
sweat.
Then don't do it. Keep your arms down. Okay.
How was your week?
My week was great.
Good.
It was good, actually. Good. I didn't have anything crazy or incredible.
No more dentist.
Report. Yeah, no. I did take my my Black History Month photos.
Yeah. I did see those.
Which I
gorgeous.
Thank you. Which I absolutely enjoyed. And so that was fun.
Sweet.
But that's really about it. I didn't have anything else that was, kind of exciting. I did
You're
realize it
have
snowed.
Like yeah.
And I realized I don't have a shovel.
Oh, well.
So I got taken by the little neighborhood kids.
They came around and like $20.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
Was it really $20?
It was actually $20. And I felt like that was extortion.
Yeah.
But they also kind of had me because I don't have a shovel. So
they win. One for the neighborhood kids.
Yeah.
Smart.
And I was like, well, all right. I mean.
Bet. How much do you think they made?
Probably $90 million.
Yeah.
This neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also
just walking around.
think that they know what I do for a living and felt like she got it.
Yeah.
And they may have raised the price on me.
Yeah. They were like, we're not giving her the discount.
She's not getting
She's not getting the discount.
We know she's good for it.
We know she's
Pandemic is not affecting her.
Double her price. Double what
10 for everybody else, 20
for you, ma'am. Yeah.
Probably the case. But you know what? I'll
hey,
pay it.
It's shoveled and clean.
There you go.
Good enough.
That was about it.
That's fine.
We're wearing the t-shirts.
We are.
They are fantastic. I love them. They feel so nice.
They're pretty soft and scrumptious. Go to a mess in the bottle. A mess in the bottle.
I love a good gray.
Yeah.
Like it's like classic. Like it goes with everything and everybody. Well,
do you remember the conversation that led to picking the color?
Yeah. You were like, so what colors look good on you or something like that?
Well, no, I was like, what color shirt would you wear if you had to pick from these colors specifically?
And you were like red. I'm like
red. I don't do red either.
I was like, have you ever seen me in a red shirt? Never once.
No, I don't wear it either.
No. I got one red dress.
Yeah, I have one too.
That I am bound to determine at some point in my life I'm going to wear. I just don't know where, when, how, what.
Is it like the leprechaun dress that I used to make fun of you?
Hate you?
That's okay.
That was not leprechaun.
That dress was
emeralds.
Straight up.
From like Wizard of Oz. But anyway, okay. So continuing on.
So we are.
I'm not even going to entertain that energy or that spirit today.
Don't do it.
How about that? So we're still in Black History Month, of course, and we have already laid this ground this foundation for y'all. Yeah. Y'all getting this Black History all month long.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We hope that you enjoyed last week and maybe that it inspired you to do a little Google, a little research.
Some research.
To find out some fun facts of your own and to maybe share them.
Yes, please do. And with us too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love to.
So this week, as kind of a continuation theme, we are going to talk about things. Well, okay, so this is because, I'm Black and...
I'm not. In case anyone didn't pick up on that. Can't see that. Fine.
But we still made it fit for both of us. So things that I love about being Black and things that
I appreciate
about Black culture.
Black culture.
So there it is. So we can kind of hit this from both sides of the fence, which I think is going to be good and exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have my little list of things, which is, it's really not that long. The list is, I shouldn't say it's not that long. The list is very long about why, but I've been able to sum it up into a more condensed version.
A shortened list, if you will.
A shortened list. That could absolutely be expanded on, but just to kind of get started. So,
me yawn.
oh my God, are you all right?
I'm going to get it together. It's fine.
I'm going to need you
I had
to.
a dream that I fell asleep mid-podcast one time.
Are you trying to be a self-fulfilling prophecy?
No,
Because
I'm
you're
just saying it out
right
loud so that way it doesn't come to fruition. I don't know.
think that's how that works.
Side note, dog under the table.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So, I started last episode. You start this episode.
Sounds good.
Okay.
And one thing I will preface this first one with is this is an area where I would like to do better and grow in.
Oh,
so,
okay.
And that is literature.
All right.
Toni Morrison in particular.
Yeah.
I have done a couple things for research wise, but haven't been able to I haven't read one of her books just yet. But man, the little that I have researched, it looks pretty phenomenal. So that's where we're going to start for me.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Instead.
Oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to be able to answer this.
If you had to narrow it down to the top 3 Black authors.
Oh my God.
That I should read first, to start getting into a space. I mean, Toni Morrison, obviously, that's personally where I want to go. But
so okay, I'm gonna instead of saying top 3, can I just give you my top book?
Yeah.
Okay, have you read it?
No, but in one of my lit classes we did parts of his writings.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So the reason why I love this book, first of all, it's and I encourage everybody to read this. It's such an emotional.
Okay.
But the reason that I like it is because sometimes it's very difficult to explain. You're having a conversation with somebody and you're trying to explain to them just like a feeling, an experience, a kind of a like an overwhelming weight or sensation or feeling or that comes over you because of circumstances that are beyond just a moment, right? There's so many things, there's so many things that go into this moment, right? And so it's hard for me to get you to understand this without you understanding all the backstory and the context and all the other pieces, right? And so it's almost like me telling you this doesn't really give justice or a true depiction of what all I am feeling and experiencing in this moment.
Okay.
And this book does a phenomenal, fantastic job of being able to really convey that emotional response.
Gotcha.
He paints very real, I think, pictures, and that anybody, regardless of whether you're Black or not, or whatever, whatever age you are, or any of those kinds of things, that you have an ability to really kind of put yourself in a situation where you can understand the angst and the desperation and the fear and the confusion and the anger and the hopelessness, all of these emotions that he is eliciting in with this young man in this book. It's oh my God, I don't even know.
Yeah,
it's an incredible book.
Perfect.
So I encourage anybody if you have not read it to read it.
Yeah.
That's certainly one of my absolute favorite books. I can give you a whole list of some other ones too when we get done. But I would start there.
Start there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start there.
Can do.
So good read. You're gonna call me and be like, holy, I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I'm in tears. I'm sweating.
I'm looking forward to it.
Experience.
Yeah. Well,
absolutely.
I think the reason why literature was one of my top things that I wanted to express gratitude for was there's so much that you learn from those stories.
Yeah.
There's so much of the history and the context that we just don't know and haven't learned because that's what we've been taught otherwise, right? We've been taught the complete opposite. But just one way to really delve into, Black culture and the history is just to get into the literature itself. So, all right, starting there. That's easy.
Start there.
Got it.
Good enough.
Yeah.
All right. So one of my top things about what I love about being Black is our spirit and our resilience. So it's funny. Okay, so here's the crazy thing about this. TikTok. I know how are we going to work this into this?
No, I'm excited because you're so opposed to TikTok.
I am so opposed to TikTok. But apparently people on TikTok are like giving history lessons and different things like that.
Yes, it's not just people dancing stupid.
Yeah, well, I don't know that. I didn't know that. So a friend of mine, she goes, oh my God, I just learned this thing about Black history on TikTok. Did you know this? And I'm like, wait, what? Okay, so apparently you can sort of kind of also get some Black history on TikTok.
Yes, you can follow certain people. There's influencers that, depending on who they are, but they're activists.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
It's a 60-second platform.
What? Maybe I need to get a TikTok.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll figure that out.
So, resilience in the sense of no matter what we've been given or lack thereof, we figure out how to make it work and turn it into something absolutely freaking genius, brilliant, incredible, beautiful. I think even part of what you're talking about with literature is even expressed in those pages of that just kind of energy.
Yeah.
That comes across of failure not being an option.
Yeah.
Quitting not being the ability to survive and overcome and push past certain things and again turn something that was ugly into something magical is overwhelming sometimes because it's so how did you do this? Everything from the food that we eat to just to kind of give a little backstory because everything has history, right? So you talk about soul food and you look at where some of the recipes and things like that come from or things that you traditionally think of as soul food, you know? And a lot of that was, slaves and the scraps or the portions that they were given. Yeah. And so here you are given basically the worst of everything. Of the meat that's left, the animal that's left over, just the scraps that are left over, lard, cornmeal, just little bits of take that, and you take that and you turn it into a whole delicious meal. Yeah, delicious, right? Yeah, that's people could have kind of shriveled up and died and been like, felt some type of way. Woe is me. But you turn that into, and I think here's the other part about that. I'm not a huge person, I don't cook for myself a lot, but I love to cook for other people. Yeah. So when other people come over, I will put out a spread. I'm like, let me get this chicken frying, and it makes me feel good, right? Yeah. But I think because it's love, right? That's just what we, a means of being able to express love is through good food that makes you feel good. Yeah. And you don't need a whole lot to do it. Yeah. And so, there's resilience in that. We've taken scraps and you turn it into a loving meal to sustain your family.
Feed your entire family.
We weren't allowed to read or write. We weren't allowed to communicate with each other about certain things. So we come up with different ways of doing that. Hymns. You look at gospel songs. Yeah. And a lot of those gospel songs those hymns that we're saying had secret messages in them, right? Yeah. So it's just the innovativeness, the genius of it. You ain't gonna okay, that's cool. We can't do it this way, but we can do it this way. Yeah. Cornrows and braiding maps to freedom. Yeah. It's what a lot of messages were passed through, even that. And so our spirit, like I said, of just resilience and saying, we're going to figure out how to overcome this. We're going to figure out how to make this work. We even do this little thing, and it's called code switching. Have you ever heard of it? Okay. So code switching is when you are at home and your real true self. with your community, your people, your family, you like, yo, for real. Like,
yeah.
This is, like, I'm me.
Yeah.
And then you go to work and you're like, yes, so what I was saying was, per my last email, I need you to respond in a very timely fashion to let me know exactly when I can expect your arrival. Like,
yeah.
Okay, that's code switching. I am out here adapting to the environment that I have to be in. And then I get home and I'm like, ow, what up? Right? Resilience. Just being able to overcome circumstances and situations that are set in front of you. And I love that about our spirit, that it's not a give up, fall down, can't do it. You know, we get a bum rap. I think a lot of representation that is out there of, you know, Black people being like lazy or, you know, wanting handouts and all that kind of stuff. Please. Yeah. That is so far from the truth. Police, no more than any other race or any other demographic.
Right.
But as a whole, as a community, we are rising. And that's real talk.
Yeah.
And I think that actually also kind of plays into last week's episode about not being aware of all of the things that go into that just Black excellence, that spirit, you know? The idea and realization that you represent more than yourself pushes you to work even harder than you normally maybe would have.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm like, the idea of being lazy. Are you serious right now? You got people who are like,
no.
You know what I mean? Staying up nights, trying to figure out how to do it. Right? To overcome. And so that's just, you know, not a reality at all. But that's one of the biggest things that I love about being Black. And I think that shines through in everything that we do. I really do. That spirit. So that's my first thing.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm about to get hyped.
You already stole one of my stuff.
Oh damn! No, you can't. It's not so because you can still say it.
It's fine. No, well, and you didn't touch on the whole spectrum of it, but music. Right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Gospel was in there too. Yeah. Jazz, a lot of the other rock and roll stuff where that even started. And how whitewashed it became and how much was stolen from the culture in and of itself because of just artists that weren't Black that were doing it because they felt like they could. So the music, I think that's one of the biggest things. But talk more about, I want to hear your thoughts on like the origins of jazz and things like that. Are you like...
So one of my next ones was going to be creativity. So I guess I'll kind of plays off that. So I think again with like music and things like that is really, this is why I think our music hits different. So and regardless whether you're talking about jazz, gospel, R&B, like whatever it is that we do, is because there is a true legitimate experience behind what is being given. That there isn't this kind of surface level. You are having a whole experience. Yeah. When that person is singing to you, when that person is performing or whatever the case may be, you are getting 5 minutes of that person's walk, like in their shoes. Yeah. The pain, the fear, the love, the joy, the you know, disappointment, the excitement, that whatever it is, you are truly getting that person. Yeah. And there's an authentic feeling behind that is not, that can't be taught. Right. It's not technical. Yeah. It's emotional. Yeah. And it's spiritual.
It's a part of their soul.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what you're getting, and that's why you have the response that you do. That's why you feel that. You like, somebody can be singing, you like, oh my God, like, I mean, I don't even know why I feel like, you know what I mean? But you do, because that person is sharing that part of giving you this moment from their core. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's what the difference is. And so you talk about whitewashing, but you know where that kind of term comes from is, you know, just kind of basically getting stuff down to like it's just, you know, it's just kind of the surface here. We're just down to, there's no texture. Yeah. There's no you know, substance, right? And so that's the part that people feel and can identify with, that they're attracted and drawn to. We are drawn, I think, naturally to things that are real and authentic.
Yeah.
I mean, just, you know, in general, right? Whether
Genuine.
It's people, exactly. Whether it's people, experiences, whatever. And so when somebody is giving you that in their creativity, you can't help but be drawn to it. But it's kind of like this, place of, because on the one hand, you're like, well, they're supposed to be, and by they, I mean, like, you know, we people have kind of been trained or, you know, brainwashed to believe that, you know, black people are less than, or, you know, whatever. But at the same time, I'm attracted or drawn to something. But how could, if they're inferior to me, if they are not as intelligent as I am, if they're not as whatever, how could they possibly be producing this thing?
Yeah.
So to kind of reconcile that, it's like, secretly something about that. So I'm gonna take it for my own,
right,
and go over here and not give you credit for, you know, now it's mine.
Yeah.
So there was something about it that you 1000% appreciated, but I can't give you credit for.
Right,
it. You
right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, they say imitation is the greatest form of flattery. You know what I mean? And so I guess, I mean, there it is. That, you know, you find that black culture is literally ingrained in like everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything. That clearly we come in with that real. With that, you know, that good. So I think that our creativity, our innovativeness, we talked about this last week with the inventions and just being able to kind of see a problem and be the answer to it for whatever that is incredible. And I think it's incredible to even dare to do that or step outside the box with those things, especially in time frames and in periods where, you know, society is telling you the exact opposite. You know, but you know what is real and what is true. Yeah. And so, you know, it's funny because kind of getting off topic a little bit, but when Obama was elected president, and like one of the things that people would say all the time was like, he's so well spoken. Which is so
like a surprise.
Such a weird thing, because I don't think that's ever been used to describe any president, right? Like I don't think that anybody is like said about Bill Clinton. He's so well spoken. It's kind of like I'm not sure. Did you think he was going to come up here with ebonics? Like I'm not sure what we were doing. Okay, so anyway, but black people were like, "What are you talking about?" Because like that's how my uncles talk. That's how my dad talk. Like. That's how our family, we are, those are how we are conducting conversations with, you know, educated, well-rounded, thought through perspectives, and, you know, being able to convey our thoughts and feelings in a way that makes sense. We do have command of the English language.
Oh my God.
Oh, so I just thought that, you know, we just kind of laughed, like, but you know what I mean. So, but yeah, our I think music, it does. It just like hits different.
It does.
Like, when like you're transported. Yeah. Like you feel things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let me give you an example of somebody who sampled straight up is the same underlying song. And it was most recent, and I knew I knew this song, the music. I didn't know where I remembered it from. And it's Tennessee Whiskey by Stapleton. Yeah. Is Etta James, I'd Rather Go Blind. Yeah. So if you listen to his song and you're like, oh yeah, cool, smooth as Tennessee Whiskey. It's a killer beat, good song, everything. But the lyrics, okay. Yeah, here's smooth as Tennessee. But then you listen to Etta James and you hear where it actually came from. Yeah. And you just listen and you know the kind of strife and effing agony that she went through.
To be in that place to
sing that song. Yeah. But that's just another classic example. And maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to look this up just to fact check myself. I don't remember anyone ever saying that he was sampling that song. Yeah. Or if there was ever credit, it's not like sampling the song. It is the song. It is the song with the different lyrics. Yeah. It's literally the same notes. It's literally the same melody. Everything's the same. You can sing both songs simultaneously, and it's the same song. But again, just that the original versus what it's become, or the way other people interpret things. It comes from somewhere so much deeper and from anger, from love, from an experience. And you're right. I think that between music and literature, one of the most and best ways to really understand and feel and experience that same kind of feeling is through both of those in particular. Yeah. Which leads me to my number 3.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, family.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that one of the biggest things that I appreciate about Black culture is that family structure and the importance of family. Yeah. And I've, obviously watching your family and watching that dynamic and play out, but just seeing it in other families that I've met along my journey in my last 38 years, there's something so consistent there. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. There's always going to be the outliers and the ones that don't kind of stick to the same thing in every culture, in every race. But there's always been that sense of inclusion that no matter what you are, who you are, that you're family. Yeah. And first and foremost, your family. Yeah. Tell me more about that from your perspective too.
So that is kind of...
Is it on your list?
Yeah, community.
We didn't look at each other's lists.
Look at each other's lists
at all,
which is so funny.
Yeah.
So I think community would fall with
family,
absolutely, certainly, because community is kind of. So I think there is this. It's hard to describe, but there's like this. Being Black is like being a part of a secret society.
Ow! Oh my God! I almost ripped out my own ear hole.
Oh, please don't do that. Are you mad because you're not a part of the society?
I was just going to say, I'm so upset I'm not a part of the club.
Let me see if I can get you an invite.
Oh, my God.
An honorary invite.
Ow. Totally fine.
It literally is like being a part of a secret society. Mm-hmm. I'm not even kidding you. And I don't even know if you and I were talking about this.
Because you're like, if we're at a group.
The communication.
Yes, you're like, you can just look at each other just like.
Literally.
Yeah.
People I've never met. Have never grown up with. You can be
lock eyes.
Yeah, look and know exactly what the other one is saying. Yeah. Just with a look, be like, girl. And then be like, girl, exactly. Yeah. And I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like talking about it, it's so incredible. And there's these experiences. It's almost like somebody wrote a book, like a black book, and just sent it to everybody like on the low, like this is what we're doing.
Speaking of, I've given up on these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Right. Keep going.
But even like the way that we were raised.
Yeah.
And like some of the cultural just sayings and that we all, again, have experienced regardless of where we're from. There's just certain things that like literally everybody, I don't know who you think I am. Listen, I'm not one of your little friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, boo-boo the food. Like, there's just certain things that we have all heard. Yeah. No matter what your age, where you're from, what class, whatever. It's just a part of being Black. Yeah. And there is a connection there that happens. There's also a concern and an oversight of each other, right? Yeah. So, regardless of whether I'm... it's a teacher or a neighbor, somebody on the bus, whatever. It's kind of that, like, I got you. Like, I'm watching you and I got you. Yeah. I'm just going to make sure that you're good, Yeah. And so there's just an awareness of each other and a protectiveness of each other. Yeah. And I think that, again, that's kind of part of that resilience and that spirit of, having to have been in that space where all we had was each other. Yeah. And that it was necessary to kind of, cocoon in on, our children and our elderly and, all those different things. That even though we're in a different space, we're in a different place in life. Yeah. But that spirit kind of still exists. Yeah. Of,
protectiveness.
Yeah. For each other. Yeah. Like, you good, sis? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. Like, thank you. Yeah. So, that sense of community, when we come together for different things, and it's just that energy that is in the air, is refreshing. And it's just light and fun and rejuvenating. And you just feel beautiful. Like, I remember my daughter just graduated from Howard, and which is an HBCU in DC. And on her first day, like move-in day, the upperclassmen are there to welcome the freshmen. And when I tell you, they turn out for these kids. Like, I mean, they out
No
there
kidding.
in their colors and all this kind of stuff, and they're like HBCU. I mean, like it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, I love, you know, I mean, there's, you know, I love your hair. Oh, you're this, da, 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 da. Come over here. Let's do this. Here's my number. Da, da. I mean, like, it's a whole, like, I mean, she felt immediately
included,
yeah. Loved,
accepted,
welcomed,
everything.
Accepted, beautiful.
Man.
Like, I can do this. And so that's just and I'm not saying that doesn't happen anyplace else. You know, I'm not saying that at all. Excuse me. But there's just, again, an energy and a love and a spirit behind it that just makes you feel so good. Like, it's just, I can't even begin to describe, like, I know I'm doing a poor job of really being able to put, other Black people know exactly what I'm talking about. To put it into words, but it's just, it's like, and again, I think that people who are on the outside, who see that, they're like, what is that? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, they realize it too. Right? They realize it too. It's just hard to describe it. Yeah. But when you're in the midst of it, you can 1000% feel it. Yeah. And I think that there's a desire for people to want to be welcomed in that way. Yeah. And it's we have a saying, it's called kinfolk. Mm-hmm. Right? So, like, we are literally kinfolk. We are literally skinfolk just because of the color of our skin. Yeah. I don't have to know you. I don't have to any of those things. It's like, boom, immediately, it's community. Family. It's fam. Yeah. You know, what's up, fam? Yeah. Like, for real. Yeah. And that's incredible. Yeah. So, yeah, community, family, I'd say that 1000%.
Yeah. I think that was one of my, that was, you know, and just something that I can relate to as far as, like, seeing it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Versus some of the other stuff. But, yeah. Yeah.
So,
I feel like, was that the last thing on your list? Oh, okay.
Swag.
I am a little jealous.
I love our swag.
I know.
Yo. We are flavorful. For real.
We spicy.
We are spicy. We are seasoned in every way. There is nothing that is coming bland.
No.
Not a single conversation, not an interaction, not our fashion. Not food. I mean, everything we do got a little glitter on it. Got a little extra on it. Yeah. Got a little swag on it. Yeah. And I am here for it. Like, I love it. I love it. It's almost expected. It's like if you get a Black person who's not, you're like, so much. You feeling all right today?
Are you sick?
You came out the house and you didn't have your swag with you.
Yeah. Where'd you leave it? Where'd you put it?
Yeah. Bruh, you good?
Bruh. I can't.
No, seriously. It's so natural.
Well, the word I had was flair.
Okay, that's fair.
That was the other part. Yeah. Flair.
It's so natural and again authentic, and it's just like cold. Like, you see Black people doing stuff and you like it takes you're legit. You're like, how did you come up with that?
Right?
Like, where did that come from? Where did that come from? And they're like,
just me. It's just me.
Yeah. I woke up like this, for real. Nobody taught me this. This is just me. Jesus gave it to me in a dream last night, for real. It's just how I woke up. Like, what? Sometimes we amaze ourselves. Like, you so look. You got me hyped. Cause you so seasoned, I can't take it.
You're so seasoned, I can't take it.
I need a drink of water. For real. I need a drink of water after interacting with you. For real.
I need a nap. Yeah.
Our swag is just, again, like the way that we wear our clothes. And you can see our influence, again, in everything. Yeah. In fashion, in hair, in music, in just, in slang. How people are choosing to engage with each other, and you know what I mean? Yeah. All these different things. It's like Black influence. Yeah. We just literally influence everything. Yeah. And it's crazy because you can also see it in other countries. Yeah. Like, you go other places where obviously, we are not necessarily super present.
Right.
But you see like rap culture and like, you know what I mean? Like all those different kinds of things, like very prevalent.
Yeah.
How they are, again, the kids are walking around with their fashion,
right,
the things that
dressing,
they're saying, you know, all that kind of stuff. And you're like, Black people are up, like we are taking over the planet.
Yeah. Yeah. Dig it.
I
like it. I do. Yeah. I think the other thing that came to mind was confidence. There's just always a level of confidence that is exuded.
That's swag too. Yeah. I think
all
so. I think
in such a good way, not like in a, you know what I mean?
An arrogant way.
No, I wouldn't even use that as part of that.
Yeah.
You know, but confidence. Yeah.
I think sometimes when you get to a place of feeling like you always have to fight.
Yeah.
I think that you kind of get that strength about yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, you know, feeling like, yep, not today. Like,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but I guess I think that too also again kind of goes back. Oh, now you
got God.
That I think that too kind of goes back to the spirit and the resilience of things, you know. But I don't think that there's anybody who can say that they have not been just a little jealous of swag.
Yeah.
Of our swag. Like, you know what I mean? Like just a little, and maybe jealous is not the right word, but
envious.
Like, or like, I don't know, just kind of like, oh, I
wish I had that.
Was kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wish I kind of had a little something like that, a little something. I mean, the way that we dance, like everything, it's just, yeah. Yes, friend. Yes. So this is actually my last one. I don't know if you have another one after.
No, this. that was my. We just did a short list. I thought so.
Okay.
So
this is my last one.
Okay.
Our beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this one, I think, is really kind of, I think, really important to me. For so long, we were made to feel that we were ugly.
Yeah.
You know, animalistic. Just not to be desired, something to be feared, or you know what I mean, like just that kind of thing. And so for a long time there was this whitewashing, I think, of our appearance, of our you know, just everything about us, from our hair to our makeup to our, you know, clothing to, you know what I mean, just everything. This is kind of whitewashing to make us more palatable, more
acceptable in that idyllic type of
the
whatever standard of beauty was.
Right.
Yeah.
To mainstream definitions of beauty and acceptable and appropriate and professional and all of those other different things.
Yeah.
And so again, this feeling that there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
That there's something inappropriate, something unattractive about you. And so you know, even things like, you know, with women, our voluptuous kind of, you know, body frame, you know, that there's something wrong with that. You know what I mean? You are unhealthy, you're, you know, it's unattractive, it's, you know what I mean, all these different things. You have too much hip, butt, this, that, the other, your lips are it's too, so, you know, even things like makeup and stuff like that, like now we're in a different kind of, you know, place,
but just now. I mean, it's not like it's just now we're getting to a space where
it's more shades.
There's shades. There's 150 shades versus four.
Yeah, you gotta try to mix and match,
and it's just not gonna work.
Together.
Yeah.
So it's like all these different things, and we are in a place of reclaiming that.
Yeah.
Reclaiming who we are, reclaiming our appearance, our beauty, our just accepting that and really moving in that place and realizing that we don't have to conform
to all
in
this
order
nonsense.
to be accepted or in order to be you know, considered beautiful, that we are beautiful in and of ourselves, the way that we were born. And so I think that and it's funny, I don't know if we were talking about this or not, but which I don't know. When I was a kid, I'm not I'm kind of like in the middle as far as complexion is concerned. But when I was a kid, one of my best friends, and she's still one of my best friends, is dark skin. And I used to look at her, and I still do, look at her and be like, oh, I wish my skin looked like hers. It was so, just rich.
Yeah.
And just beautiful. And just even, it was like she didn't have to wear any makeup. It was like you couldn't see any flaws. It was just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Right? So I look at my brothers and sisters and on all these different shades, and it's just like God, you know what I mean? Like it's just magical. It's magnificent. It's absolute art.
Yeah.
Like just absolute art. The way that the sun reflects and glows, the way that we can wear so many colors. Everything from reds to purples to greens to blues to browns to gold. I mean, we look good in everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
White, black, brown, gray. Like, there isn't a color that doesn't look, outside like pastels. I don't know. I'm not really sure who's looking good in pastels except for babies.
That's fair.
Yeah. PSA. Throwing that out there. Okay.
Note to self. Don't wear pastels. Got it.
But it just like, we are absolutely beautiful. I'm going to tell you what. Okay, black men, this goes out to you.
I'm excited to see where this goes.
Okay. Look, I just had you see me like...
Side tongue. Got it.
Okay.
No, I saw. Good.
Yeah. I absolutely appreciate a dark chocolate man with dark features, pretty white teeth, full lips. Yo. Listen, I am leaning into the bruh.
Is this
holla at your girl?
Is this a setup for a Tinder thing?
Maybe. Holla at your girl. For real. I mean, it's like facial hair, like just.
Yeah.
Shit, don't smile at me. Not if you ain't gonna ask me to marry you. Don't do it. If you're not going to ask me, just keep moving. Don't look at me. Don't smile at me. I'm going to tell you one thing that happened. Okay. This is the craziest thing to happen. It's only happened ever once in my life. It's never happened before. So I was in Austin, Texas. And have you seen the Girls Trip? The movie Girls Trip?
Isn't that where they go to Vegas?
New Orleans.
Yes, but she has the zip line keys all over everybody. Mm-hmm, yeah, right. I have seen that. Yeah.
So coffee. Oh my God, I cannot think of. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this delicious. First, and listen, my mind is. I can't think of his last name right now. But anyway, so beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm in New Orleans. Or not in New Orleans. I'm sorry. See, look, I can't even.
You can't even think of where you were.
Jesus, I'm in Austin.
Not close, but close. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm in Austin, Texas. So I'm sitting at this restaurant with my girlfriend, and we're talking, and this dude, and he's like, I don't know, he had to be like in his 20s. Comes out the back room. He works there. He comes out the back room. And when I tell you this is like this dude's twin, like it's like this dude's twin. So I'm sitting there talking to her like I'm sitting here talking to you. So he comes out the thing, and I see him, literally, I'm talking, and I literally go just like this. And I stare, for those of y'all who cannot see, my mouth is open. I stop talking, and I'm following this guy with my head and eyes like just staring at him. And that's not me. I don't normally, like, I play it
You're
cool.
not a gawker.
I'm not a gawker in any way, shape, or form. And I really, honestly, like, I haven't really seen anybody that fine that I wanted to, like,
stop everything that you were doing and just be like,
this dude was that fine. That fine. He could have got the business. I'm picturing right there in the restaurant. He could have got
on the table.
Yeah.
That fine. Got it.
Sorry, Mom.
Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. So I'm staring at him. So he looks at me, and now I'm like, this is happening.
I have been caught.
Me.
Shoot.
So he had a beard, and I went just like this. I went, I like what you're doing.
I like what you're doing.
I literally was like, I like what's happening here. I like what you're doing here. And he said...
Please tell me what he said.
He said...
I
like all of this.
Oh!
And I was like...
I need to go change my undergarments.
And my girlfriend leaned over to me and she said, you have a
You're like, not today.
And you're a blocker. You are a hater.
You can.
She reminded me.
Scooch.
I had a boyfriend, and then I needed to remain faithful.
Scooch.
Damn it. And I did. And I did. But yeah, he did. That's that swag that I was talking about. He was like, I like all of this.
Yeah.
And I was, and here was my response. I went, okay.
No lie. It would have been like the cartoon where my tongue would have been on the ground. You gotta like roll it back up.
Yeah, he was delicious. That has never happened before. But so yes, back to what I was originally saying.
Yeah. Let me clear my
throat. The level of beauty is definitely there. Yeah, I just I don't even know. It's very like regal and kind of majestic and just art. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just like beautiful art. In a natural way. Yeah. Doesn't need any enhancement. Exactly. Yeah. Doesn't require a whole
Photoshop,
lot of
light, makeup,
placement,
all this extra
headdresses
nonsense.
And all that kind of stuff. It's just literally you sitting there with a light shining on you and a blank wall, and you are art. Yeah. That is.
Yeah. Yeah. I would really like to say, I know they're doing a better job, if you will, of highlighting that. Yeah. You know, but I would like to see it in a more grand scale. I would like to see it more mainstream, more everywhere. Yeah.
I think it's we're definitely making strides. Yeah. And we're definitely making strides, like even with like Lupita and things like that beauty that is not close to being white. Well, right?
Yeah, so it's getting away from that.
Yeah, being like this person is black. Like they are black. There's no taking away. They're dark skin and they are black. Yeah. And that being beautiful versus they're black, but they're really close to being like more white. Right, like, right. Which again, nothing wrong with that. But it's just only choosing to highlight that portion of beauty because that's what's comfortable to you. Right. Versus really highlighting the whole scale of what beauty is. And that, it comes in all different shades and sizes. Yeah. I think, that's the other thing that's kind of funny too, is like everything that was said to be like ugly about us or whatever, it's the stuff that people paying thousands of dollars have plastic surgery to get, you know what I mean, trying to get this
Brazilian butt lift,
right small
teeny waist, big hips, big boob, lips, all this stuff,
all that. And it's like look wait a minute, didn't you just
say
I could have sworn you told me that was unattractive. And now you're like out here paying thousands of dollars to try to get what comes naturally to me. Yeah. So that is my, like I said, it's not necessarily all inclusive. There's so many ways to expand on all of those different things. But I think, in the time frame that we have, the major things for me that I just, love and celebrate about being black. I think it's such a blessing. I really do. It's such a blessing to be black. And that's not taken away from anybody else. And I wouldn't want to be anything else. Really, I wouldn't want to be anything else. I do. I just love it. I love it. So, there it is.
What's your motivation?
Oh! Try to get as close to being black as you possibly can. Oh my God, I'm so kidding. Oh man, that was good.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Whew. What is my what is my motivation? Wow. Okay. My motivation is I think this kind of speaks to the other side of the coin. That
if you take mine, I'm going to hit you.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, though.
All right, man.
Go ahead.
Look, looking at it this way, black people being proud of being black does not mean that they are anti anything else.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I think that there needs to be an understanding of that. that it's okay for it should be, and we need to get into a space as a society where we are comfortable with hearing Black people say, I'm proud to be Black. I'm Black and I'm proud and I love it, or I wouldn't want to be anything else, or I'm pro-Black, or you know what I mean, whatever. Like, that should be okay, because one does not automatically mean that means that there's an opposite.
Something,
I'm pro this and I'm kind of
and I'm anti that.
That does not mean that at all. I think what needs to be understood here is that when you have a long history of people, society, life trying to make you feel like you should not be proud of certain things, trying to strip you of certain dignities, of certain heritage, legacy, strengths, just acknowledgement or awareness of who you are and where you come from, that there's a reclaiming period.
Yeah.
And right now we are in a reclaiming period. And so it's reclaiming yourself and saying, I'm proud to be all of these things that I was made to feel that I shouldn't be proud of. And so that's where that comes from. It's not about you. Yeah. And when I say you, I mean anybody who's not Black. Okay? It's not about you. It's about us, in the sense that we are literally just trying to take back for ourselves what should have always been. And that is an awareness of who and what we are, of our greatness, of just the royalty that we come from, the incredibleness that we come from, just like other cultures have been allowed to do, right? Europeans, I don't think I ran into an Irish person yet who ain't proud to be Irish. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? They screaming from the rafters, right? Because there's an awareness of your history and of where you come from and a pride in that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And just because you're proud to be Irish doesn't mean that you are anti anybody else. Yeah. So it's the same thing with Black people. It's just we kind of late in the game. And that's not something that I think that people are used to. Yeah. And so it feels militant. Right. It feels like an attack or an assault on somebody else. Because it's like, well, where's this coming from? It must mean something. Look, homie, it don't mean nothing more than what it is. Yeah. I'm proud to be me. That's it. That's it. That's all it means. Yeah. Let it be that, right? Yeah. We ain't got to turn it into something else. Like,
something ridiculous.
Let's not get deep with it. Just let it be. And so that would be my motivation this week, is just to kind of try to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and look at it from that place and think about, what if somebody had stripped me of, my womanhood or my manhood or, whatever it is. And then to say that you were in a place of reclaiming that in your life and being able to say, I'm proud to be a woman. I'm proud to be a man. I'm proud to be a father. I'm proud to be whatever it is that you are, and that you are a part of. I'm proud of that. And it doesn't mean that you're anti anything else. It's just, that's okay. So, Black people are in that place, and y'all just gonna have to let us have it.
Seems fair.
There is.
Yeah. No. And on the same coming from another person's perspective, obviously, that isn't Black, right? Yeah. So it's to not take offense, like we've talked about before with our other stuff, and to also be mindful of the things that you say, the things that you do, and the things that you interpret as your own. Yeah. Because there does come a point in time where you're appropriating something that isn't yours. A lot of the time, that's the case. Yeah. Whether it's from another culture, another race, it doesn't matter. Be mindful of those things that you're doing, and not for the sake of hurting somebody's feelings, but just genuinely not being a douchebag. Don't be a douchebag. Well, that's my motivation. So, don't be a douchebag. Okay, that's a good motivation for this week and any other week. Any other day, any other week. That's always good. Every minute of every day. But to touch on real quick what you just said, and I think this is going to roll in because we're actually going to do an episode about cultural appropriation. Yes, we are. But to kind of just sort of give a little bit of insight to that of what you just said about taking things and whatever, is that you have to sometimes realize the history. So we're just going to talk about the hair really quick for a second. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So one of the big things is and I just talked about this, like Black people wearing their hair in cornrows, braids, you know what I mean? Just kind of having those cultural hairstyles. I also
just gave you a little history behind it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That those, it's not just about a fashion. It wasn't just about, it was legitimately about communicating routes of escape to freedom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let that sink in for a second.
Okay. Cornrow was not just about being able to get up and go. Okay?
Knock it off.
It was legitimately about, here's the roadmap to freedom.
Let that simmer.
Just for a second. Okay. Fast forward to now, cultures and individuals who are not a part of the Black community taking those hairstyles that have such rich historical, generational, cultural meaning and turning it into your, like, I'm entitled, like, this is mine.
Yeah.
Mine. Like, I touched it, it's mine. I want it, it's mine. Right? Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Like, everything doesn't have to belong to everybody. And there needs to be an awareness and a respect for certain things, right? Like, a yarmulke has meaning to Jewish people. I don't need to turn that into my thing. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm rocking into that. Stop. Like, have a little bit of respect for something that has meaning to someone else's culture, race, religion, like, because it does.
Right.
So this argument or this mindset of, well, Black women straighten their hair, and we didn't say nothing about when they was putting weaves and wearing wigs and da-da-da-da. Okay, so first of all, let's pause for a second. If we did that because you made it.
Yeah.
Like, yes. That wasn't what we wanted.
Wasn't their choice.
Do, okay? We had to do that.
Adapted.
In order to adapt to the society and the standards that were set forward. That when I tried to come with my natural hair, you told me it was unprofessional.
Not enough. Don't do it that way.
It was not attractive. It was frightening. It was all these different things. And so in order for me to be successful, in order for me to be able to get into this race and provide and take care of my family, I had to go home and chemically change my hair or do all of these different things to it in order for you to feel more comfortable. And in order for you to feel that it was acceptable.
Yeah.
So now, when I'm trying to get back to who and what I am and my history and my natural self, you want to come in and say,
mine.
That's mine.
Mine.
That's mine.
I'm taking
I want
that
too.
Yep.
The same thing you told me was inappropriate, ugly, unprofessional, not okay. Now you want to take that from me. And you don't even realize, understand, or appreciate the history that's associated with it. Just let that sink in.
Yeah. And I think we're going to touch on that in a really big way with the episode that we're talking about coming up at some point. So the other, the dog is still going to town.
I don't know what's going on.
She is. She's like, can you guys hurry up?
She's putting her cosign on.
She's like, amen.
Boom.
What she said.
Yeah. Bark, bark.
Bark. Oh, there it is.
Bark, bark.
On cue. Support you.
All right.
That's that.
So we hope that you enjoyed this episode. We hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I hope that it gave you a little something to think about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that maybe it will cause you to maybe explore and dig a little deeper about some things, again, that you have not been aware of or thought about from a different perspective. And hopefully it'll start to clear up some misperceptions or, misunderstandings about what Black people or the Black community's feelings are on certain things. And so that you can maybe we can all start putting ourselves in each other's shoes and understanding where we're coming from.
Absolutely.
So, have a wonderful week.
Yep. Oh.
We love y'all.
Don't forget to do the like thing. The subscribe.
Oh, I thought you said the leg thing.
No.
the like thing. I was going to say
the leg thing. I don't know what that is, but yes. I'm wearing sweatpants too. Please play. Okay. Let's.
Oh. Yeah.
Yay. Okay.
Oh, see, wait. Yours has one. Put your leg up.
My other one?
No, yeah. Because mine says
California.
Yours
Delaware.
says Delaware. We represent East Coast, West Coast,
bi-coastal.
East Coast. Hey now. All right. Please like, subscribe.
That went to a weird place.
That did go to a weird place.
It's okay.
Please like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you don't want to watch us, but you just want to listen, we are on all your podcasting platforms. Google Podcast, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podbean. You remembered that one this time.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And we'll see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Bye.